Lord, remove poverty mocking the church. The church is a place that is associated with poverty. This is the current picture. If somebody is poor, it is suspected that they are a Christian. If somebody has money, it is suspected that they are in the occult. When you begin to make money as a Christian, you are suspected of being in the occult. And if you are in the occult and you begin to go down, it is suspected that you went to church. Poverty is associated with Christianity. And I say to the Lord, why is this so? And he says, because that is the modus operandi of Lucifer. Lucifer is using poverty to fight Christians. So the devil's biggest weapon against the church is poverty. And one of the biggest questions in churches is, if I'm a child of God, why am I poor? It is because that is the tool that Lucifer is using against the church. And until the church fights and eliminates poverty, the church is going nowhere. Because a poor man has no voice. So the church today is voiceless because of poverty. And it is by satanic design. Many in church backslide because of poverty. And they then go into the world to look for prosperity. Doc Rumbi, I have a question. When there was hunger among the children of Israel, where did they go for food? Egypt. Egypt represents the world. So the world has always had the money. So if as a church we do not fight poverty, if we do not create a Goshen, even within the Egypt system, we need to have power to create a Goshen. What was Goshen? Goshen was a city within a city where there was darkness everywhere. But in Goshen, which was in Egypt, there was light. I would to God that somebody would desire to create a Goshen life in the midst of being in Egypt. I know we are among the devil's children. They are the ones with the resources. But we need to create a Goshen experience. And this thing is not automatic. We've got to fight for it. Because if we don't fight poverty, I'm telling you, our Christianity will still be a mockery. So the devil makes Christianity look unattractive financially. And he makes nonsense look attractive financially. That's why all those slave queens are online. To advertise the work of Lucifer. And then you are taken to Luke chapter number 5, where Peter, a believer, following Christ, toiled all night, caught nothing. Because the devil was controlling the sea. Oh, you didn't get that. I said the devil controls the sea. Do you know there's wealth in the sea? If I'm a follower of Christ, Peter, surely should I not catch some fish? It took Jesus being there to supervise the transaction. You're not hearing me. I said for Peter to catch some fish, it took Jesus to say, fish while I'm here. Otherwise, Peter, just being a follower of Christ, he was catching nothing. Peter is recorded at least twice in the Bible for catching nothing. A Christian, a Jesus follower. Can you imagine Peter having to go to explain to his wife where he was all night? She'll say, you are not fishing, you are lying. Peter, you were not fishing all night, you were somewhere all night. Tell me her name. Shabatulanda Makota. It means that lack of result is now causing marital problems between Peter and his wife. I wonder how many Christians have got marital problems because of this thing of financial hardship. Oh, we need to fight this demon. If Peter had caught something the whole night, he would not have had to explain where he was. No more toiling. Jehovah, do not allow us to toil. Jehovah, do not allow us to toil. We are toiling as Christians, and it's now becoming an embarrassment. The poverty in the church is now embarrassing. And the Lord taught me something powerful today. He said, you need to change this situation around. Because, listen to me, people in the world are now mocking the church. And now they are dragging God's name into it. Kana mwari wako ariko, why you should drive a motor yakadai? Kana mwari wako ariko, why business rako ziri kufamba? Kana mwari wako ariko, why vana vari kunyimwa nzvimbo dzechikoro? Kana mwari wako ariko, kana mwari wako ariko, kana mwari wako ariko. Since muchinyanyo namata imimi, tiratidze ikama results acho. And so the poverty in the church is now causing God to be mocked. So the mockery has gone beyond the church being mocked. It is the God of the church who is now being mocked. And the Lord said, you need to use that to arouse my anger and say, Jehovah God, look, your name is being brought into disrepute. They are dragging the name of Jehovah into the mud using poverty that is in the church. I wish somebody would rise up in anger and say, Jehovah, end this poverty that we are seeing in the church. Is becoming a mockery to us. And now, God, you are being mocked by extension. They are mocking Jehovah because of the poverty in the church. This is the pain of poverty in the church. Why are unbelievers doing things with ease, and yet when it comes to Christians, it becomes difficult? We need to turn that table upside down as Christians. We need to fight that thing, I'm telling you. Jesus told Peter it was okay to stop worshiping and go to the marketplace and make sure we settle these issues. Because even if we try and worship while the tax collector is there, there's no real worship, because you'll have one eye on God and the other eye on the tax collector who's waiting for you to finish the service. How many people here that people are just waiting for you to finish the service? Actually, they know if they really want to find you, they will find you at 99 Park Lane. I know I want my money today and I want it now. If this your God is a real God, why is he not performing? If you're a Christian, why can't you pay me? If you're a Christian, why are you behind in your rentals? If you're a Christian, how come you have no fuel in your car? In fact, how come you have no car to fuel? If you are a Christian, 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 why are you renting? If you are a Christian, why is your church renting? Because the devil is using poverty to fight the church. And the church is not fighting poverty. The church is fighting everything minus poverty. And when a person like me comes and tries to push the giving message, tries to push the deliverance message, I'm fought online, I'm fought from within church, I'm fought by relatives, I'm fought on every front. Because when you decide to fight poverty, I'm telling you, you become number one target for Lucifer. Because you are trying to eliminate the strength of the devil. The strength of the devil in the church is poverty. That is Lucifer's stronghold in the church. Even when Pharaoh was releasing God's children, he said to them, you can go, but leave the cattle. You can go, but leave the money. Leave the money. Find it. He said, you can go, but leave the money. But leave the money. So the devil doesn't care if you're a worshiper as long as you have no money, because he knows no money, no impact. No money, no impact. I wonder how many business projects or people in the church are being frustrated by poverty. I wonder how many people do not have capital in this place. You are praying but you have no capital. You love God but you have no capital, because poverty is wreaking havoc in the church and the church is not addressing it. Whenever you try and address poverty, they say you want people's money, and they shut down that whole arrangement. But we are going to press forward. You are not hearing me. I said we are going to press forward. Pastors who are not preaching against poverty are wasting people's time, because the biggest disease in the church is not not cancer, it's not leukemia, it's not HIV, it's poverty. It's poverty. Perhaps in your church, maybe about 5% of people are HIV positive, but 99% have poverty. They have poverty. 5% have got HIV, but 95% have got poverty. So what should you address? If we address poverty, you will change your address. You are not hearing me. I said if we address poverty, you will change your address. If we really address poverty, you will change your address. You will change your dress. You will change how you dress. You will change your address. You will change what you drive. You will change where you live. You will change how you live. I said if we address poverty, we can even adjust your blood pressure. You're not hearing me. I said your blood pressure will come down when we eliminate poverty. Your prayer points will change when we eliminate poverty. You stop praying for needs and start praying for the nations. You stop praying for needs and start praying for world evangelism. Poverty is the greatest threat to the gospel, so it must be eliminated. It's not witchcraft, it's poverty. Oh Lord, let the wickedness of poverty come to an end. It can disrupt a whole church service. It can disrupt a whole marriage. It can disrupt a whole career. Poverty has got to go. A devil has been prevailing. A devil has been prevailing. But I thank God that there is provision in the scrolls for us to say until the Ancient of Days came. Ancient of Days come. Ancient of Days show up in the church. Ancient of Days come and eliminate this poverty. Ancient of Days come and remove this shame. Ancient of Days remove this embarrassment. Now they are attaching your name to it. When they speak of poverty in my life, they mention your name. Mwari makunyadziswa nenhamo iri muupenyu wangu, makunyadziswa nekushaya kwandiri kuita. Jehovah church yada kudzingwa nekuti haina kubhadhara rent. You are not hearing me. My pastor hana fuel. Akutokumbira mwana wesangano kuti yonditore ndienda noparidza gospel. Alia tapakatanda mahaya andiye tepekete ndiya dabakatanda mahaya. The church is in disarray because of poverty. Oh God of Jacob, arise in your power. Eliminate poverty from the church. You don't need prayer points. You've got enough prayer points. Lord, arise. Remove this shame of poverty. Remove this shame of poverty. Remove this embarrassment of poverty. The church is being embarrassed because of poverty. Somebody, you need to cry out unto God. You need to pray until the heavens hear you. When I cried out unto God, then was the enemy turned back. Then was poverty turned back. We're going to cry out to God. Is anyone suffering poverty? Let him pray. Let him pray. Let him pray. Let him pray his way out of poverty. We are being embarrassed. We are being embarrassed by poverty. Lord, Psalm 68 verse 1. Let God arise. Let this poverty be scattered. Let God arise. Let this hardship be scattered. Let God arise. Let this toiling be scattered. Let God arise. Let these delays be scattered. What is this proverb that you have about the church? That every vision fails, that every pastor fails, that every tither fails, that every congregant fails. What is this vision that you have? Why are believers being fought? Why are believers being fought? Because the devil fears the prosperity of the church. I refuse to struggle as a Christian. I was not born again to suffer again. I came angry in my spirit. Poverty is a reproach to the church. Poverty is embarrassing the church. You need to open your mouth. The northern suburbs are full of unbelievers. The ghettos are full of Christians. The devil is a liar. He said there's an error I've seen under the sun. Poverty is an error in the church. Say, Father, remove poverty from my life for your name's sake. For your name's sake, Jehovah, remove poverty from my life. For your name's sake, remove death from my life. For your name's sake, turn me from a renter to a landlord. For your name's sake. Ona Jehovah, tirukunyadzwa sevana venyu. Tirikusekwa. We are now the laughing stock. We are now the laughing stock. Open your mouth and pray.